machine, angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the fish and lady devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise. He wears a digital crown.
Welcome back to the lunch hour. How are all you vital idols doing? We are doing a special episode of the show today because, as you can see, it's not just me running solo. We got my partner in crime sitting here, and the Dundee of anime, as you are affectionately referred to. Espiritu, how you doing, homie? Tell the people who you are, what you do, the whole nine.
As I like to tell everyone in real life, I'm a professional shit poster. And I get paid very handsomely for it. But I
do you though? Because I'm like $5 of your dollars is like 72 cents for us. So
actually, it's every American dollar is $1.5. So I get decent. The conversion rate.
No, that's nice. Fucking great. And yeah, you cover all the really same stuff as we do in the anime sphere. You just doing it from the upside down world, which I'm glad you reoriented your camera so that you're facing the same direction as all of us, because it's been really
everyone
weird.
Else always puts me upside down.
Cindy, tell people who you are, what you do, and thank you for taking time out of your busy sleeping during the day schedule to be here and help me run this show.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, I'm Cindy. I like to talk about anime and gaming. I'm super excited to talk about today, all the stuff we have planned for today. So yeah, I don't mind being here. This was very much anticipated.
It was. I was so worried that I was going to have to cancel or whatnot, just because like the day before yesterday, Monday, I was supposed to get back from vacation Monday night, and I had 3 flights canceled. I was stuck at the airport for hours. I having to stay in this dingy, shitty hotel for like 5 hours and get up at like 5 a.m. to catch another flight back. I was bushwhacked yesterday. And then Cindy messaged me. She's like, hey, so we still on with Espiritu on Wednesday? And I was like, I need to message him. I forgot. I've been dealing with all this shit. So thank you for that, Cindy. But let's see who we got up in the comments here. I see Din J, shout out. Anthony Way is here. Matt Stampert, how you doing? Absolute legend. Jackass G22s. Kovacs up in this bitch. C Brew Over on the kick side, I see Lithium, Vescarbino, War Wizard. What is up, my man? What a plan? Sleeping Nova is here. Of course, Cindy will be talking to you guys in the comments, and of course, running this shit behind the scenes because she is the best producer in the whole damn world. Straight Sith Male is here. Mass Hysteria, how you doing? Saint Hugo, the IRL, Albert Wesker, you love to see it. Key Limps is here. Shout out Key Limps. Michael Vargas, appreciate you for showing up, my man. That is it so far, and we'll see more of you as the show goes on because this is I said different kind of way we're doing this, but really at the end of the day, you and I started following each other on X because I think we just popped into each other's algorithms. We were talking so much shit about censorship and anime and tourist culture, and it's honestly it's been great to meet you and talk with you. Now we officially get to talk face to face. So I just feel free to. I guess I'll just start with the obvious stuff. There might be some folks here in our neck of the woods that might not know what you do. I don't know how different it is and whatnot in terms of where your viewership comes from. Is it mostly in Australia, or do you get like a lot of American viewers and stuff?
Mostly American.
Oh, no shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's mostly America. Actually, very few Australians watch me.
It's
less than 1% of Australians watch me.
Oh, well, I guess never mind that. I guess that shouldn't be surprising. A lot of like Japanese VTubers and whatnot get the American views. But no, I just assume there's like, well, if he's talking about anime in his native country, because I assume algorithms would be different depending on where you are in the world. They'll try and show you more of people from your country. But maybe that's not how it works. I don't know. I don't get very many people outside of America except for a pretty large UK following. So
I can tell you the numbers right now.
Yeah, me curious.
35.6% are Americans, 7.5 are India, 4.3 are Philippines, 3.6 is United Kingdom, and 3% from Canada.
Now, here's the better question. What's your female audience ratio? I'm curious who's got a bigger one because I'm sitting at a cool 3.5% female audience.
So on X, it's 15%. On YouTube, it's 12.3.
Yep, I guess I'm still more of a misogynistic incel than you.
I have 0.8 female percent. Like
0.8?
0.8.
Oh shit, she a bigger incel than both of us, homie. Yeah, 3.5% women, right? Yeah, thank you. Those are the numbers. See, brew. But yeah, dude, we're just gonna sit here chopped up for a few hours, talk about, I guess, the basic stuff. Like, first things first, because you've got an impressive ass collection. When did you get into anime? What was your introduction in terms of timeline, or your first to read, watch? If it's more manga, just lay it on us how you got started with all that.
I mean, obviously, when I was a kid, was when I first got into anime. That was like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Digimon. It was back then we had like Cheese TV, which is like a kid's cartoon program. So we watched all of that back then. Then once I kind of got older, I kind of dropped out of interest of anime. And then once I left high school, then I got back into anime because my friend got into SAO.
You know, SAO gets a bad rap, but the first half of the first season is all right.
The thing was, my friend got into it, and he's like, "Oh, I want to go to conventions and do all this kind of stuff." I was like, "All right," and then I saw Fates, and so I was like, "That was my re-entry, was Fates." But it was
I haven't seen any of the Fates actually.
But because he was watching SAO, I got interested back into anime because I was like, "Oh, he's watching anime, he's watching SAO," so I was like, "Oh, I'll give anime another try." We were at a like an electronics store called JB Hi-Fi, and we were going for the DVD sections, and I was just sifting through it. I was like, "Oh, this looks cool. They're killing people, and there's some hot waifus in it, and some swords and stuff. And there's this character called Saber. All right, I'll buy it." And then I just got back into anime.
Dude, I don't know. Anime for me was something that just never left. It was like, 'cause my dad was one of those old school 80s otakus that like watch shit on, like bootleg VHS tapes and whatnot. So I was watching it real young. I think the first anime I ever saw was an anime called X. I had no fucking idea what it was. I have no idea what the plot is or anything. I to this day don't remember, and I certainly couldn't understand it. But it was really, really cool looking.
For sure.
And Cindy, what was your first again? I don't recall.
I think it might have been Macross, like actual first anime I've ever seen. My uncle brought me a video that was unsubbed from Japan. And like he had a bunch of stuff. I think he had another one. I think it was called Poochie. But it was very clearly Japanese.
That sounds gay as fuck.
It was actually pretty gay. But and then like Unico was like on VHS that my mom would show me. Like, so I literally grew up on this shit.
Well, since we all grew up on it, let's talk about the very first obvious thing. You, first of all, reacted to my video about tourism, and I appreciate you. That was an excellent
Twice,
breakdown.
actually.
Huh?
I'd reacted to it twice.
I haven't seen the second one. Well, your first one, the 2.5 hour one, still shorter than
This-
Cindy's reaction. It took her about 4 days to react.
Shut
to it.
up!
So,
My second one was 2.5 hours because I spent, I think, like a good 30 minutes talking about Mushoku Tensei just for her. I specifically stated her name in it. I was like, okay, Cindy, I'm doing my Mushoku Tensei just for you.
Oh, thank you.
well, I appreciate that. But then you released a video about anime tourism just a couple days ago, which is doing some good numbers. And I thought it was great. I think that you and I had I guess I want to get a little bit of clarification on your stance on tourism because I think we had one bit of a disagreement. So yes, Keelim, so we're the Tourist Hate Club, absolutely. So for the people out there, they're watching and whatnot, define what you consider to be a tourist.
For me, tourist comes in multiple shapes and sizes. For starters, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it
liberal white women, young black kids that got into it during COVID. Yeah, a lot of shapes and sizes. Sorry, go on.
So I don't define it based on how much anime they watch because some people always use the excuse, oh, well, this content creators watch like thousands of anime, so they're not a tourist. So I always say the amount you watch doesn't matter. It's how you treat the medium. Whether you disrespect the medium, whether it's like defending censorship and being like, oh, anime boobies aren't allowed or fan service or something like that, or also disrespecting sort of the translation. Because one of the things I hate is how you've got a lot of translations that kind of remove all the words like senpai, all the different
the nuances.
Yeah, the nuances. And I kind of get irritated at that because the translators treat the audience like idiots. So I find a lot of people that defend that kind of mindset of, well, we can't add the cultural importance of anime into anime. I find that more tourist-like because it feels like they're eroding away what makes anime anime. So I find that as part of the tourist category. And a lot of it just comes down to people that inject themselves into a community and try and change the very core of it, whether it's forcing politics like certain large content creators do, trying to hijack it, push censorship. It's a multitude of different sort of shapes and sizes for it.
So in my opinion, because you talk about how the length of time people have been watching anime or how many they've watched and whatnot is irrelevant. And I actually agree with that because in my opinion, there's a difference between a casual and a tourist. Like if you've seen 10 anime or whatnot, but like you said, you respect the medium, you're a casual. The only caveat I have though is shonen tards. And look, I like shonen. I'm wearing a fucking One Piece, shirt and whatnot. But like I said in my video, and I think this is where I think is the only difference between you and I. If you only watch shonen but claim you love anime, I am going to consider you a tourist because there's other fucking genres and people just use anime as a catch-all term specifically for shonen. And I won't lie, that bothers the piss out of me.
I would say if you're a Shonen fan, like an exclusive Shonen fan, and you respect the medium, I'll call them the good tourist.
Okay, I can meet you in the middle there. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. When
I'm just happy if a Shonen fan isn't a dickhead. Because I've had to deal with dickhead Shonen fans so much, especially when Alia, sometimes the Villains in Russian, was airing, and so many, it was like Dragon Ball Z fans kept grabbing the clip out of it and going, "You're into incest," and I'm like, I swear.
Oh my gosh, that tells me you haven't seen the fucking anime.
They took a clip from TikTok and they're like, "Oh, sister said this, you're into incest," and I'm like.
You said the magic words though. TikTok. Real quick. Also, Tabletop RPG. Shout out. Thank you for the 2 bangers. It's happy birthday. You're gay. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's not my birthday, by the way. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm also not gay. For clarification.
Nobody believes you. I assure you.
It doesn't matter. At this point, I've been streaming my girlfriend regularly. People still think she's a beard because I can't grow my own fucking facial hair. But yeah, no.
Sevy's officially a lesbian.
I was called a femboy yesterday. Do I look like a femboy?
Oh, anyway, no.
Wait. It's from Cindy's mom. Wait, no, that's
it is.
Actually, Shonen. Yeah, Shonen is demographic, and so that's an interesting colloquialism because, like, in Japan, Shonen is demographic. The adolescent boys. But colloquially in the U.S. and I assume maybe in Australia and whatnot. It is more or less a genre. Like, I think that's just one of the different linguistic terms. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but
yeah, I would say so that it's a bit of a genre.
War Wizard for a 2-banger. Oh shit, I lost it. Thank you, Cindy. As long as they like Fairy Tail and Black Clover. You know what? Fuck you. Ban him.
Yeah, that was actually my thought there
You know
too.
what's funny? You can just see a Fairy Tail cosplay right where my finger's pointing.
Who is it? What is it? Why should I pretend to care for a bit? I hate Fairy Tail so goddamn much. But go on.
It's my Jalal cosplay.
Wait, really? I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, now you're curious. Now you gotta show us.
Oh, that's cool. I like.
Is
that.
it though?
No,
I
the
think
door.
cosplay
The
is
door.
Kirito at one point.
Okay, that's gay. Kirito's gay.
And I did Deku.
Okay, that's better.
I mean, I
That's
can't
awesome.
say much. I cosplay as Luffy, but
Okay, in my defense, my friend wanted me to cosplay Rivme, and he was doing the black outfit for Kirito, and I didn't have anything else, and I didn't want to do the weird, annoying guy, so I did the white
we're on
outfit.
YouTube. We call it the colored outfit.
The color.
The colored outfit.
No, I don't know. Lithium over on Kick says Deku is gayer than Kirito, and I don't know. I don't know.
I think
It's-
Kirito's gayer.
I think Kirito's gayer too. I don't like Deku, but Deku's just he's just a kid. Kirito's like 16, 17 years old. He should.
I mean-
They're the
I mean,
same
Kira-
age.
Kirito didn't tap leaf from SA. I swear to God, I'm about to say the wrong word there, and it's going to sound so bad.
Kirito didn't tap our favorite VTuber. Yes.
Asuna? Or is it Asuna?
Asuna. Is it?
Asuna.
No,
Okay.
it's I forget that. I'm getting it mixed with Leaflet now. It's his like
Oh, it's cousin. Yeah,
yeah.
the one that treats
big
him
with
like
the
an
big
old
boots.
brother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if anyone's gonna call you an incest and whatnot, it should be for SAO, not fucking Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Shout out to War Wizard for a 2-banger.
Oops.
Yes, I called you a femboy and stand by it. Can you at least spell it right then? Can you at least fucking spell it right?
Well,
No,
you might
shout
not
out.
be able to in the supers.
Lifa. Fallen Angel
Lifa, yeah.
DX says Lifa. But yeah, how are we going with this? Oh, so we were talking about tourists and whatnot. How's the reception of that video been? Because I don't know, I got a lot of pushback on mine. I had a lot of, well, frankly, what I refer to as tourists just talking some ridiculous
Surprisingly,
shit.
that video did not get any pushback. My tourist video did.
That's what I was asking about. Was your tourist video?
Oh, sorry. The grifting one was the one I got pushed back. The tourist one I didn't get pushed
Yeah,
back on.
you had mentioned that. I hadn't seen your grifting video, and like, so first of all, shout out Xavier, member for 19 months. I appreciate it, homie. You are an absolute legend. Member for 19 months. That is insane. The grifting one is the concept of being a grifter and whatnot is funny to me because you were mentioning it in your tourist video about how words are losing meaning, and I love that that's not like a uniquely. I shouldn't say I love it, but I love that's not like a uniquely here in America sort of problem because it's happening fucking everywhere. But at this point, like I love being called a grifter. It's like, you know what? If you're calling me a grifter, then I know I'm doing my job fucking right because it means you don't like what I have to say.
I think the word gets
Actually,
used now on us a lot more because they've tried to weaponize it to kind of like counter being called out for being grifting.
Do you take ownership of it? Be like, I'll be talking to my buddies, be like, all right, what's today's grift for a video? Obviously, it's not actually a grift. Anything we cover, we're gonna fucking care about. Whatnot. Again, today we're gonna talk about Torres, Outrage, Virtue Signaling, VTubers, all that shit. We care about this stuff. We're gonna call it grift just because you could take the power away from them if they, if you use the word.
If I ever get called a grifter on stream, I just open that side of the cupboard and I say, "Fight me, bro."
What's on that
With-
side of the cupboard?
With the fake sword?
No.
Oh.
Okay. I have a crippling addiction.
Oh, do go
It
on.
started several years ago.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
There's
that's
about $20,000 of figures in there.
I thought I had a sick ass collection, but that puts me to fucking shame. Elmervot for a 2-banger.
I'm jealous.
Elmervot for 2-banger says, "My hate for tourists is stronger than most." And I appreciate every bit of it. Yeah, no, I thought I had an impressive figure collection, but holy
I
shit.
haven't opened
that
them
was
all yet because I've got
awesome.
all of the other ones over here that I've moved and had to clean as well. And then I got all those there, and then the ones behind me. And I've got a couple in my other room because I'm redoing this whole room and I'm painting and everything. It's all awkward. Everything's in weird places.
See, yeah, no, I keep mine, like, obviously I've got several over here, several for my background. I keep several out in the living. I've got an entire shrine to Dragon Ball in my living room. I've got someone on a shelf you can't quite see over here. So I have that same crippling addiction, but like, I don't know. Do you order online? Because I refuse to order figures when online. I like finding them at conventions or comic shops. I want to be able to see them and hold them in my hand before I buy them.
I go to several places. So I use Ami for a lot of stuff. But I also know one of the people that runs the stall at my convention. So they go to all the local conventions and I know the people that run them. So I know that they go through a distributor. So if I want anything specific, I have them directly on Facebook. So I can DM them at any point in time. And I'll be like, hey, I want this specific figure. They'll
I didn't
go
realize
get it
you
for
were
me.
65 years old.
They'll come deliver it to my house for me.
Wow.
Homie got the fucking hookup. You could be out here like
What?
slinging drugs before
I
anime.
did that last convention because they sold out on a figure because I couldn't go on the Friday and some uni student took it. And it was like an Alia figure that's just down there as well. I could show it. And I was like, oh, I really want it because she was in a little cat outfit. And they're like, oh, we can get it for you. I was like, sweet. And they're like, we'll just drop it off your house. I was like, sweet. So like a week later, they just come to my house knocking. I'm like, oh, sweet. Thanks.
You
Dude,
lucky fuck.
I said, yeah, that's awesome. Homeboy got the hookup. We had a really cool anime store in the town I lived in. That was like exclusively, figures, body pillows, just weird, obscure shit that I don't know if you just found them at conventions or whatnot, and because it was just like random knickknacks, and I would just go there once a week, pick shit up, and then it turned out he was touching his female employees, and they shut that store down. So my hookup's gone.
Oh my gosh.
Have I not told you that story?
No, that's the first time I heard it.
Yeah, he
Holy
would only
crap.
employ females and usually only females that were like cosplayers in the anime scene and shit like that. And needless to say, this is back when I used Facebook. A lot of female cosplayers and whatnot that run in the same circles as me were like, yeah, here's my story about this dude, here's my story about this dude, and dude just packed up shop and fled to fucking Texas.
That reminds me of my local EB game store.
Wait, what?
There's a guy that used to work. He used to be a manager in an EB game store. He'd only hire women. He was married too.
It's
Only
married
would hire
dude.
women. Yeah, he'd only hire women. Because one of the chicks that worked there asked me. This was like years ago. Asked me to apply for a job there. He wouldn't hire me because I was a dude.
Wow.
Are there like laws against that shit? I know there are here, although they're rarely enforced. To be fair, you don't want to work at EB Games anyway because, I don't know if it's the same in Australia, but like here they're owned by Game. Well, they don't even exist anymore. They all got rebranded as GameStop, but ran like shit. It is, from what I've heard, an absolute miserable experience working at a GameStop / EB Games.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never
man.
worked there, but yeah, that was what ended up. He ended up retiring or getting moved somewhere else, so he ended up not working there anymore. And then they started hiring dudes.
I love it. It's like, or he was moved somewhere else. It was like kind of like the Catholic Church of EB Games. Like, let's just move the pedophiles around so they can't be tracked. That's another word that's losing all meaning, by the way, is pedophile. So I saw this picture on X today. It's Anthony Kiedis, lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's like 61 years old. And apparently his girlfriend's 19, and the caption was like, we really need to start calling out pedophiles. And I was so fucking confused. I was like, she's 19, not even 18, but 19. The internet's a fucking weird place. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but Twitter's amazing. We live in the best timelines.
Self-awareness. Oh my goodness.
What is that?
Yeah, I know.
Now, what about for a two-banger? Tumblr was the patient zero of tourism. It broke out. I hear that, but I'd never used Tumblr once in my entire life. I don't know if either of you guys have.
I tried to for a little bit, but I was selling my work on there, so but then it's like I didn't ever check it. I kept forgetting, so I just kind of faded into nothingness.
What about you? You ever use a Tumblr? Be honest.
No, I've never used it.
You didn't ever look up any of that sweet, sweet anime porn on Tumblr? Because that's where I hear all the best
Oh
ones.
no, I just go to Rule 34.
I
mean-
love the fucking honesty. Fuck
And
yeah.
you know what's funny? My government apparently banned anyone under the age of 16 to go to that website. There's no age restriction on it.
So how do they
Every
enforce
website doesn't abide by the government laws.
Oh wow.
Well, that's actually base as fuck because from what we hear here in the U.S. is that you guys are basically fucking draconian and lock people down. during
We are.
COVID and
See, this is the difference. The UK, the people in the UK will do as they're told. We don't. You need to understand, we don't give a fuck. Who's going to arrest us? The cops? The cops don't even know how to get through my fucking front door. Last time they tried to break in, they broke my door hatch and they couldn't get through.
Wait. The cops tried to break into your place? Okay,
Yeah.
Story time, go.
All right. So they thought I was dead. They thought I got murdered by me. This was back when my mother was alive, and this used to be my mom's house. Someone tried to kill her. I protected her. He then tried to kill me.
Based?
I was very tiny, so he lifts me to the wall and he's like hanging me off of it. He ended up running, and several days later, the cops were kind of keeping an eye on, so they were doing a good job. But we went out, and they came to drop by, and no one was answering the door. So they were like, "Oh shit, has something happened?" So they tried to get through the front door. The problem is it's stainless steel, triple latched. So if you break the front lock, the other two, even if you break the first one open, the other two defaultly lock. So the only way to get through into the house is to drive a car through the front window. And that has roller shutters on it.
Holy crap.
This house is a maximum prison cell.
I was about to say, dude, zombie apocalypse happens. We know we're Sydney. We hop in a fucking plane to Australia. I don't know if the zombies ever get to Australia. Y'all are out there in the ocean in the middle of fucking nowhere. But that is insane. Is there a reason for that? Like, what was it like that when you guys bought it, or did you install that yourselves?
When we bought it, every window had just like stainless steel bars on it with special pop rivetings in all of it.
Holy
We
shit.
don't know why. We were just like, cool, this is really secure. We'll buy the house. And now I'm upgrading everything. I'm getting roller shutters and special security cameras, everything upgraded. Because I have like friends that are electricians and everything, and they're going to cut me a deal. So I'm getting everything upgraded.
Dude, I was sitting here thinking like it was gonna be like a swatting story or something. That is way more hardcore than I thought.
We've had swatting down the road. There's well, the cops don't care anyway. I've already told cops that I know personally, and they're like, we don't give a shit. There's like people that do drugs down the road. They run a whole like fucking lab down there. They've had SWAT teams, everything. Cops don't do anything. They go there, they go, "Oh, excuse me, are you doing drugs?" No. Okay, bye.
Maybe Niet lied to us about Australia, Cindy. I'm gonna need to ask him some questions.
Oh,
what
man.
was it for two bangers? Who the fuck is this? Aussie Batman? I'm not a Batman fan. I think you're cool in Batman.
You know what's funny, actually, if you think about it? I started doing martial arts after my mother passed away. So technically, we put the role, like the story in there. It's like I started doing all that after my parents died.
Dude, fucking, yeah. Mom's attacked by a fucking, okay, first of all, who was this guy? Like random drifter ex-boyfriend? Like, I'm confused. What was the relationship with the guy that tried to kill your mom?
Oh, he used to just live here. Like, they were friends, and he kind of just, like, lived here, and then he just went psychotic. Because they're all alcoholics, right? So he was an alcoholic, my mother's an alcoholic, all my family were alcoholics. And so they just ended up getting drunk and having a fight, and so he tried to kill her. And so I was just like the one, like she was being strangled. I jumped on, and I was a tiny little kid. I was like in primary school. And so I didn't know how to, I was trying to strangle him. His neck was like bigger than my hands. So I was like, oh, I'll just grab his armpits. And I just ripped his hair.
There you go. Oh my goodness, you poor
He
thing.
didn't like that.
Homie is fucking legendary. Holy shit.
I was a very shy, timid kid back then. That day, I stopped being a shy, timid kid. I just became an obnoxious asshole.
Gee, I wonder the fuck why.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Oh
just adopted a nat 20 fucking charisma role after that.
To the person in the chat, they said, but you're not a billionaire? No, but I am a millionaire.
Oh, well then hell
There's
yeah.
no fucking way to be Australian Batman, guys. Which again, Batman sucks, so you're cool in Batman. I bet Batman doesn't watch anime though. So.
I liked Iron Man more. I just don't like the actor that does the roles.
What for? For Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna
used
ask
to
if we were
like
into
it,
any
but I
like
kinda
Western
don't
comics
anymore.
and stuff like that.
Do what?
Oh, I said I was gonna ask if you were into any Western comics or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I do. Well, I used to like all the Marvel stuff until after the Avengers. Then I just dropped off because it went to shit after the Avengers.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you guys think so down there as well. Okay, so what is like the political climate like on? Because again, we hear all the worst of it here in terms of, what would be considered for us, like the left and whatnot, running your guys' country. But is the general sentiment amongst the Australian populace like where do you guys fall in the how much you accept wokeness and shit like that?
So it depends on what state you live in. So if you live on the coastline, it's very left, and there's a lot of Muslims over on sort of the coastline and Indians as well in that coastline area, which is why you had the situation that happened, I think
A few months ago on the beach,
yeah,
right?
it was pretty much, yeah, I lost track of time on that. But that whole situation that happens in the coastline where there's a lot more concentration. I live in South Australia, which is a shithole. It's like the shithole of shitholes. And so no one really wants to live here, which is great because then I get left alone. But there are some like Indians that come over here and migrate, but it's a much more country area. So the more country you go, the more right it goes. The more city you go, the more left it goes.
And so, obviously, you know, living in the country area, living in the where you guess I consider have more right wing style individuals, is that where you've got these more like American sensibilities as well? Like, for example, I know Australia is super strict about guns and whatnot. Do you have people that just don't give a fuck and you got blickies anyway, or where you got, or I don't know how hard they are to get in Australia?
Oh, I can get a gun now if I want to.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. You've got to be stupidly retarded to get a gun. So let me explain how the laws work. I cannot get a gun for self-defense purposes, but I'm allowed to use it for self-defense purposes. So as long as I say on the forms that I'm getting it for sport.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as I go on the government, take the form and go, yes, I'd like to get this gun for sports purposes or the license, they'll go, sure, here you go, have it. And if someone breaks in, I use the gun, they go, oh, you used it for self-defense, that's fine.
What even is Australia, dude? Like,
I'm so confused, but okay.
Because we have an equal force rule. See, because I do karate, I actually I train with cops and military people. And so I always get to ask fun questions about the cops because the cops tell me all these fun stories about how they beat up the living shit out of drug addicts and stuff. And they always tell me, they say, if someone attacks you, you're allowed to use equal force. Someone has a knife, you can stab them back. They have a gun, you can shoot them back. You can hit them as long as if they start running, you're not allowed to chase them and fight them.
I don't know. I heard a story in Australia about how like a 65-year-old man stabbed somebody, but when like the guy stabbed him back, he went to jail.
There are some court cases that are really stupid. It's like in America where
to be fair, yeah, it's not too heavily here. It very much depends on where you are.
But in my area, all the cops follow that same mindset. That is the law, equal force rule. If they attack you, you're allowed to use the same equal force within justification. But depending on some of the states, like Melbourne has these stupid ways. That's why I say in the coastline, it's a bit more weirder. In the country, they actually follow the laws. But if you go in that city area, yeah, a Muslim comes after you and they stab you and you stab them back.
Well, they're not going to come after you because you're not a 9-year-old girl, but...
Yeah, true.
So...
Oh, gosh.
I mean, am I fucking wrong, Cindy?
Did I say it? I would say it. You know I would.
But I was like, so that being said, so what's the general view of America then? For again, I assume it's going to depend state to state. Like I imagine you guys in the country are going to be like, yeah, no, America's fucking awesome, or is it like, what's the sentiment there?
Depends on the average person, right? A lot of people, I think we kind of want you to conquer us right now. We want to become a state. Some of us.
You want to be our new California.
I've been debating on moving to America for the last year.
Really? Why is that? I mean, you'd be right to do so because America's fucking awesome. And you're white, which is great. But why?
I don't like the general direction. Like, I'm concerned that it's going to go too far where we can't fix it. And I like the idea of being able to own guns, even though I could get a gun. I like the idea of having less restrictions on that and the free speech aspect. But at the same time, I've got all my roots in where I am now. So just picking everything up and moving is just challenging.
Well, I mean, yeah, you mentioned like the free speech aspect and whatnot, and that's something that we hear all the time over here is that you guys just flat out don't have free speech. It's just, you know, again, like you said earlier, cops aren't going to do shit. Australians are a bit more wily since you guys are a bunch of descendants of prisoners, but by the same token, legally, you don't. Like you can be thrown in jail for some of the shit that you say on YouTube, I assume, hypothetically.
Potentially, yes.
Now, is that something you ever worry about when making content? Because I mean, again, you cover with what we cover, you cover some pretty rough stuff. Hey, thanks for the follow over on Kick. Use on Vong. Fucking Star Wars reference. I should have gotten that. Anyway, is that something you ever actually like are concerned about when you're making videos?
Yes. I have joked with my friends, being like, if I go missing, the cops are probably taking me finally.
That to me is insane. Like, I have worries about my channel getting shut down or whatnot, which would suck because this is what I fucking do for a living. But like, at no point have I ever had the concern, like in my entire life, of like, oh hey, you can go to jail for saying XYZ thing. That is such a foreign fucking concept to me.
Because even though there are many situations where people can say whatever they want, they don't get arrested, there are those fringe cases where someone says something and then they end up getting locked up.
Well, so let's say it's not at the individual level. Like, did you follow the collective shout situation when that was going down because they originated in Australia?
Yes.
So my thought process on that was that, and I actually being there, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. That is they are bankrolled by somebody much higher up, because there's no reason that some Australian feminist group that popped up out of nowhere would have the power to dictate what's going on with Visa, MasterCard all over the rest of the world.
So I was one of the first people to work out that Collective Shout had ties with the Liberal government. And then people started using that to kind of clue on that the woman that runs Collective Shout, she's from America as well. So the woman that runs it is, in fact, an American.
I was unaware of that part.
Yeah, so she has ties to a lot of American politicians, and she's kind of like seeped her way over to here and then built sort of her own fringe group, and then used some of the ties of our Liberal government to then push a lot of the censorship aspects of it.
See, I knew they were tied to the Liberal government.
Groups.
I for all I know, I could have used your tweets and findings and whatnot in my videos. That really, because we hadn't met yet at the time when the collective shout shit was going down. But yeah, I had no idea that the founder or whatever was American. That is that is new information to me. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is kind of, gosh, it kind of makes sense though, right? Like, because they're pushing that message here so hard that it just makes a lot of sense that it would be an American.
And because a lot of Americans, I think, don't quite understand our politics. So we have like two major parties with the minor parties. You got the Liberal and the Labor. A lot of people think Labor is left and Liberal is left. They're both left. It's just one pretends to be right, and we call the Liberal government the diet version of Labor.
So yeah, because for you guys, it's like Japan. Liberal is technically your right-wing government, correct? But it's
technically it's meant to be right-wing. If you want a real right-wing party, you go One Nation, which is Pauline Hanson, and she was arrested and jailed
for speech. Like, for what?
Yes, for speech. And
it was purely a political hit job then.
It was done by the Liberal government, because the Liberal government was scared that Pauline Hanson, One Nation, was gaining popularity because it was about more values of free speech, the rights to own arms, getting rid of the government out of your hair, that kind of stuff, like actual your types of values is what she was. She was always Australia first, right? Take care of Australians first. She wasn't like against, universal healthcare. She was actually pro universal healthcare, but she was like, it should be for Australians, not give it out to everyone else. If you're a taxpayer, you get Australian perks, but you can't just let every foreigner come over and have a free ride. So she was always very. Do you guys have that
problem? Like, do you guys have a mass migration problem like we have had for so long?
Yeah. Labor's bringing all of them in, and they're giving them all passes. And there's a story about a woman that talked about wanting to game end us, Minecraft us, and she ended up getting booted out and then brought back in, and now is given an Australian pass.
I mean, I want to say that's insane, but until Trump took over a couple of years ago, or almost a couple of years ago, it was the same for us for the last 4 fucking years. I mean, I'm pretty sure the number was something like 11 million illegals let in just openly under Biden. So
I mean, they classify it as legal immigration because they're just letting all these work visas in and then just giving them permanent visas. But it's a lot of Australians are just not happy with it because it feels like a lot of jobs are just being taken by other people that they can pay a lot cheaper, because there's a lot of government benefits.
You're having the same US problem.
Yeah. So I guess that's what you mean when you say you don't see a way out, because if they're throwing leaders of political parties in jail,
we're not as far gone as the UK, but we are on the trajectory of it.
Well, what I've said in, God, I don't know how many of my videos at this point, is that the end game is to get the US to be like that, but they're using the UK and Australia as testing grounds. If they can pretty much conquer the UK and Australia in terms of the social conditioning and whatnot, then that is the US is the big bad final boss, basically. I don't know how conspiratorial you get with this sort of stuff, but I'm very much like, oh no, there's a
my general
cabal that
thought.
wants to control everything.
That's why I always say America's like the last bastion, because it's the last place with guns, free speech, and the fact that yous are somewhat resisting against it.
I wish we would.
resist harder.
Somewhat. That's why I say
Yeah.
somewhat.
Yeah.
It would be nice
Because compared
if
to
we
us,
did.
we're not as resisting as hard because we just had a state election and the Labour Party still won, but we started getting more seats for One Nation.
Now, how much of that do you, because you say the Labour Party won and whatnot, how much of that do you think is just people haven't woken up to it yet? And how much of it is, do you think that there's fraud and manipulation and they are making sure that, One Nation doesn't go any further?
Mainstream media has no backbone. It's very heavily biased, and our party can lie as much as they want and no one's really able to call them out on it. And so because of that, general opinions, but I also think a lot of it is immigration that's starting to vote. That's why they're kind of bringing all the people in and going, here, have all
And
the
that's the
stuff.
issue we have here is they bring in the all these foreigners and whatnot and say, hey, we'll give you all this free shit as long as you stay voting for Democrats the rest of your life. Now, you say the media has no background or backbone. The only Australian media that I don't know how mainstream it is that I consume, and I've actually been curious about like how accurate they are or how fake left or whatnot, was Sky News Australia. Because I got this impression it's kind of like our Fox News, which is the controlled opposition.
It's Fox News and Sky News are owned by Rupert Murdoch, who used to be an Australian that now lives in America.
Huh.
Do you consider them controlled opposition? Basically, they're saying just enough right leaning stuff to placate people.
I would say yes.
Because that was the vibe I got from when I used them in my.
They are very controlled
reporting
opposition.
on like collective shout and stuff. And yes, over on Kick, I did get your reference. Because there was no like dash or space or whatever, however it's spelled out in the books. It took me a sec, but yes, the Yuzhan Vong arc in the books are some of the best EU Star Wars we've ever gotten. So yeah, shout out, cool name. Thank you for the follow, homie.
Guys.
Could tell me if you'd have pronounced this Yuzhan Vong?
Oh no, I wouldn't have.
That's what I fucking thought. Well, so while we're talking about the changes and alterations going on in the world around us, I'm pretty sure I have an idea. But what are your thoughts on AI and its uses and how ethical it is and whatnot? Because there's a situation that unfurled that I kind of want to talk about because it's been going crazy on X today.
Is it do with the gotcha game?
It certainly is. So before we actually get into that, though, just what are your thoughts on AI in general?
I'm not opposed to AI. I prefer to use AI as more of a tool for productivity rather than a complete replacement, just because I find, I still like artists, right? I like artists drawing things and making music and stuff. And I do find, some AI music videos, they're fun, they're cool. But some of it can be kind of just soulless spam, like, there's like a lot of the video channels out there that just make soulless AI videos. And I've had to deal with that with anime news where it's all just AI slop. So I feel like to some degree, like AI can be annoying and it's slop-like, but there's a lot of good practical uses where it can be used correctly. I feel like a lot of the hate is way over-exaggerated, though, when it comes to like some game companies using them as like temporary assets kind of thing.
And see, and that's what we're going to bring out right now. So, for example, we've got this one right here. And there's a few of these we'll go over, but we got Iron Mouse dropped her Neverness to Everness sponsorship after finding out that the developers lied to her ad agency about not using generative AI in the game. I doubt they lied about that, but let's see what she has to say.
Not much.
They had told my people
It
that there's
literally
no
has scenes
AI
from
in it.
Weathering with You on a big TV in the city
Yep.
with an AI filter over it. It's not even a, whoops, we forgot to take out the temp assets. It's theft, and they keep lying. Feel sorry for
AI is not theft.
knowing about
It's
this
so
or having
crazy.
already signed contracts without being able to back out.
Bro, I would have never known until I didn't know until I saw that thing on Twitter after the stream. I guess like since I did it, I got pushed. Like a lot of stuff got pushed me, and then people also added me with stuff. So I saw it and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And they told my sponsor people. They told my sponsor people, they said no. They said we do not have AI in anything. There's no AI anywhere. And it's just like, why are you fucking lying, bro? Like,
To me, this is absolute performative bullshit. I don't think anybody why, as a VTuber specifically, why the fuck would you care? Why are you going to drop sponsorships over an entire video game that just might have some AI assets? It's such bullshit.
I don't know. It's such a weird I think Key Limps is absolutely right. The relentless march of technology is an odd thing to take a stance against. Things are still gonna progress. It doesn't matter how much you bitch, whine, and complain. It's still gonna happen. Okay, it's part of evolutionary life. We do this all the time. It's how cell phones happened. It's how computers happened. It's a natural progression. So to me, this is just really baffling.
What about you? What are your thoughts? Tell me.
I think AI is kind of funny because I feel like the reason why a lot of artists don't like AI is because when you look at back in the old days, right, when you had a pen, a pencil, and a piece of paper, you draw normally. And then we have things like drawing pads, and then you have all the special software where it allows you to cut corners and, oh, you can change this color or this shading. As software got better, it allowed you to cut corners as time went on. AI just feels like it's just taking all that software and kind of compiling it together. And I feel like artists are scared at the fact that they don't get to have the full control of the market anymore. It's more democratized that everyone can have access to that now tool that they've been able to use to cut corners. If that AI was more exclusive into their drawing pads and their software, I think they wouldn't really care as much because they've been more than happy to take all these software advancements to cut these corners. But now that AI is able to give it to everyone, it's like, oh, no, we can't have that. And it's theft. But except for the fact a lot of artists use each other as reference. So it's like, I know this can be a hot take. Artists and AI do the same thing when it comes to art. They use each other as references.
Well, and that has been my analogy literally since the inception. Even back when AI was shitty, everyone was all like, "Oh, they're using hundreds and thousands, if not thousands of years worth of artists and whatnot as a learning tool." I was like, "Yeah, and go to fucking art school. You're gonna learn about Van Gogh and you're gonna learn about Picasso. No one's art style is wholly original. It is all compilations of other people's stuff that you've used to form some sort of. I mean, you can say the same with music. Yeah, the Beatles were majorly inspirational. You're probably not gonna find anyone out there today who makes music that isn't in some way, shape, or form, whether they even know it or not, pulling something from the Beatles or Elvis or all the old 30s black blues musicians whose name is lost to time. I don't see that as a valid argument. Real quick, we have El Merlot with the two-banger, Iron Mouse, the Pokemon VTubing, and yeah, she's so performative, I can't stand it. And then Runaway Vagabond for a 5-banger, Hail, Sorry I'm Late and Black. Don't be sorry that you're late, homie. Don't be sorry that you're late. Appreciate you guys. There you go. Appreciate you. Let me go ahead and give you a clip real quick for the 5-banger. You know what? This is a good one.
Plan B! This is for everyone you've killed! Eggland murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
Appreciate you, Vagabond. Absolute legend. And you as well, Marvoth. But yeah, anyway, we have additional, VTubers saying dumb shit, or not necessarily even just VTubers. Like this gal was a voice actress in the game. I recently found out that a game I worked on has been using AI and has been dishonest about it. I want to be clear. I do not support generative AI in any creative field, including voiceover, art, writing, or music. This is not addressed and removed. I will not be, and it's just something else. Amelie says AI is stinky poo-poo. This one really drives me crazy because Amelie, do you know how she got her start on YouTube before she was a VTuber?
She did compilation. She did music videos of animes and basically just took the lyrics, spun it to English, changed it up a little bit, and
bingo, bango, bongo. And that, to me, that's like how you made your entire career just covering songs other people have written, just changing the lyrics to English. Other than that, keeping everything the same, using other people's work, and you got hundreds of thousands of subs. Who knows how much money? To me, that is hypocrisy at its finest.
Neverness to Everness could hire me. I could care the fuck less about generative AI, and I will happily do voiceovers.
And you do have an excellent voice for it, unlike myself, who has that Midwest mush mouth. But yeah, when you got voice actors, like I don't know, the phrase "don't bite the hand that feeds you" has lost all fucking meaning. Like if I were the one behind Neverness to Everness, or however the fuck you pronounce it, and the voice actor started talking shit about the product I hired them for, they're fired. They're gone. I'm sorry. There's no additional work. There's gonna be DLC. Now again, I'm not gonna play this. I don't play gacha games, but it's the morality of it.
No, I completely like I don't know. I completely agree with you, but it's just I was like, I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna be like, hey, developer, I will fucking do it. Just sign my ass up. And you know what? I might actually sound better than these other ladies. So it would be okay.
Well, and I also think the idea of all these quote unquote artists, and I don't just mean drawing artists, like you've got actors in Hollywood that that protest AI. The idea to me is insane because you've had world governments and all these massive corporations investing billions, if not trillions, into AI. It's not going away just because you hold some fucking picket signs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have stuff like that in the UK. 'Cause I don't know how about you guys really have like a much of a movie business down there.
Not UK, Australia.
Or I meant to say Australia. I don't know why I said the UK. I'm retarded.
As far as a movie business goes, no, but we are getting our own data centers over here, which is kind of weird because we have a lot of water problems.
Yeah, and they're all
we're a dry country,
like,
so
Well, yeah, that's because you have Indians. That's all they know. I'm sorry.
funny enough, even the Indians are getting annoyed at the Labour Party.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
so the party that shipped them in and said we're going to give you permanent residency.
Because funny enough, my driving instructor was an Indian, and he doesn't even like the Labour Party because he's like generally he contributes, right? He works his jobs, he works 3 jobs, he has a family, he has like everything, and he's like, I contribute, I pay my taxes. He's like an actual contributor, and he's like, but they're just bringing in more random other Indians and giving them work and undercutting.
Well, see, and that is the difference. I mean, that's the sentiment I hold here in America is like that. If you're going to come in and actually fucking assimilate and be part of the culture, I truly could not give a fuck less. I mean, since we all cover anime stuff, I'm sure you've seen there's the massive issue in Japan. There's videos of foreigners coming in Japan that are not integrated.
And just to calm chat down, he was a good driver. He was actually good. He was one of the good ones. He used to run like trucks and everything, so he was actually decent. He didn't.
Well, not only that, he has the benefit of being male, so that makes him a better driver than at least half the world.
He was better than my mother, that was for sure. I've seen what she's cute.
Well, yeah, that's because she's female.
Well, he also mentioned she was an alcoholic, so that probably also had something to do with it. So like, she's a female and a drunk driver. Like,
I make the female joke. My mom is actually a good driver. Like she's really good. She responds really well. She doesn't panic very easily. But she still hit a donkey. Driver? Am I? No. I don't like to drive, actually.
I didn't think so. I don't think I've ever actually asked you that, but I just had a feeling that you were probably a fucking terrible driver.
It's because I'm overly cautious. I got into a car accident once, and that was it.
I've been in a few car accidents, but I've never been in one that was my fault. One time we were driving down this. So my roommate had just bought his first car, and we were driving down this road real late at night. Car wasn't licensed or legal or anything yet because he didn't have his license. He bought the car so he could get his license. And we were driving and I was like, man, this is a real nice ride. And he goes, yeah, look how well it turns. And he goes to turn the wheel and the car doesn't turn at all. And we just drive straight through a barbed wire fence. So we called my girlfriend at the time who owned a Jeep and just had her come pull us out. And then we just nursed it back to our fucking trailer we lived in because we were trailer trash Americans. But it was a good time. Mr. Richlow says she hit a donkey. Yes, there's a story behind that.
Oh, you mean my mom? Yeah, she hit 2. Remember? You don't remember me talking about that? No, it was the middle of the night. She was in the very back country. Like she was pretty out there in the country. They had
Who the fuck just has donkeys laying around in the country? Is this the 14th century? Like,
I have no idea, but there's about 4 farms in the area, and none of them owned up to the donkeys. But there was no lights on the road, so like the donkeys were black, so they just blended in with the road and whatnot. So before she could really react, she hit the donkeys because they were blended in. And she hit both of them. One gets up and walks away and then is promptly hit by a second car. Like, God said no. I said you're coming here. So yeah, it was crazy. So she is a safe driver. Like I've never been into a car accident with her in like my entire life, and she's a speed demon. Oh my gosh.
That story took so many turns and bobs and weaves. Spiritu's over here like, what the fuck did I walk into? Are you a good driver?
I haven't hit anyone yet. Not that I want to hit any animals, because the only animals I'd probably hit is a kangaroo. And if you hit a kangaroo,
You're
it's not
dead.
the kangaroo I'm worried about, it's the car I'm worried about in
Yeah.
me.
Well, the donkeys took out her truck. Like the cops were really surprised the engine block didn't hit her in the legs. Like the way she hit the donkey donkey was part of the engine, you know? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It was
this
bad.
sounds messy.
Yeah, it was. I have pictures. It was crazy, and the cops were shocked that she was just fine.
Kovac says Cinny is the daughter of the Donkey Slayer.
Yes.
That is a sick fucking name. I'm gonna call you that now. Yeah, daughter of the Donkey Slayer.
It's
That's
in
how I'm
my
introducing you on every
intro.
stream. My partner is Cinny, daughter of the Donkey Slayer.
Yeah, it's in my intro. I really liked it. Self-proclaimed daughter of the Donkey Slayer.
Yeah, I had not heard this story. If you told this during one of your streams I was watching, I mean, you stream late at night. I'm usually drunk by then. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay.
Her stream times are perfect because it's around my dinner time.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm happy to hear that.
what time is it for you right now? I forgot that it's probably not the middle of the fucking day for you.
It is 4:30 in the morning.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I slept all day.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm jealous. I've gotten all of 2 hours of sleep in the last like 36 hours. So
I actually kind of feel bad because I told someone in this stream about an anime and they started watching it before they went to bed, and then they messaged me and I'm sitting there thinking, are you getting enough sleep, young lady?
wait, which anime? Now I'm curious.
Girls can't be nice to otakus.
Yeah, I saw the first episode. I thought of you. I was like, we need to watch this. Very fucking good.
Is it? It sounds like a romance anime. Is it airing this season?
Yes.
I haven't watched any seasonals yet so far this season because we usually do anime nights together on Sunday and we watch all our anime. But as I'm sure you're well aware, all the good piracy sites have been taken down.
Yeah.
So
Well.
I'm at a loss right now.
I've got you covered.
Oh, did you find some?
I got you covered.
Perfect. War Wizard for a 2-banger says, check out the new season of Donkey Isekai on High Dive. Shout out for the 2-banger, homie. Appreciate you. But I would never use fucking High Dive. I got High Dive specifically for the Dark Elf anime. I'm blanking on the name of it. I came out a couple seasons ago, the one where the Dark Elf comes from like her world is isekai'd into ours, and she's trying to get with the like little nerdy otaku dude, and he's just not having it. But I saw it was censored, so I was like, well, fuck it. There's no point to watch this if it's censored.
I don't know. I do agree with that. Like if it's censored, fuck that. But
No, not Plus Size Elf Vagabond, but I do want to watch Plus Size Elf.
Yandere Dark Elf.
Yes, Yandere Dark Elf. Thank you, War Wizard. But yeah, I watched the first episode. High Dive had it censored, so I said fuck it, and I didn't keep going with it.
okay, we'll have to look into it. I might have you covered there as well.
Absolute legend. Yeah, because we have to get back to watching. I'm showing her for the first time, Kid on the Slope. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but
I don't think so.
it's. Do you know who Kenichiro Watanabe is?
Yes.
Is his. It's not his best work. I mean, there's Cowboy Bebop, there's Carol and Tuesday. It's probably his most underappreciated work. It's about this kid who, he grew up in this sort of like affluent family. It takes place in the 50s, like during the recovery for World War II. And he's a pianist, and he teams up with like the school bully, who is a jazz drummer, and they start playing music together. While it's just like a coming of age slice of life music story, but music anime is arguably my favorite. Like it's not really a genre, but you know what I mean. You look so confused.
Yeah, I was trying to imagine it all, and I was like putting it all together. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, it's just a coming of age slice of life jazz anime story. No, so what do you usually watch then, out of curiosity? Like when you're doing your seasonals or anything like that, is there like a genre you gravitate towards?
romance.
I
Because
think
I
that's
don't get
awesome.
I don't get any, so might as well use anime to supplement it.
Aw.
That was sad.
Oh
Is it just because there's no good women in Australia?
no. No. So I hear.
Brain damage.
Yes.
Wait, what? Like women are brain damaged, or you are?
No, they are.
Oh,
I am
okay,
too,
okay.
but they're more
So
so.
you can carry yourself very well for someone who's brain damaged. Like
Women are broken right now. You guys have to wait a little while.
women are broken the world over. That's not just
Yeah.
a
See, I always run the joke about how I want to go to America, and I'm like, I want to find a nice American wife. Then I can just go move to America and get a green card.
You're gonna have to go to. All right, so you know how like you said you live in like the I think it's the southern part of Australia where it's all like nice
Yeah.
and countryside. You're gonna need to do the same thing here. You're gonna want to go like Texas, Alabama, something like that, Louisiana maybe, and avoid big cities because women out here, dude, they be whores.
Yeah.
Some of them just be fucking whores. Am I wrong, Cindy? Thank you. You gonna back me up on this? Talk
Do
shit
you
on
hear
women?
me like do you hear me arguing? Like honestly, you guys are screwed. I'm so sorry. And not even the good kind of screwed, like up the butt and you're not gay kind of screwed.
Yeah, Elmer was right. Not Austin or Houston. No, what you should do though, is go to the first of all,
Passport, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, be a passport bro. Go to the east. Go to like not Thailand. What's the one? The Philippines. Get yourself a nice subservient Filipino wife.
Yeah, I've had people recommend that to me.
Not feeling the vibe. I think Asians are overrated personally. So I mean, I can't knock you.
I mean, like, I don't know. Every Filipino lady I had met during like the parties my family would go to was not subservient. So yeah. And they were directly from the Philippines.
That has not been my experience whatsoever. Damn.
Oh man, they bullied their husbands. Like I was shocked.
Yeah, but was it also a Filipino husband? Because from what my
No.
buddy Will tells me, like,
No.
really?
Yeah.
Someone says, geez, Leon Cindy catching strays. I'm not saying that she, first of all, you are kind of subservient, but that's good. That's how women should be. Where was I going with this?
You just wanted to say that.
Am I wrong?
I don't think I'm subservient. If you can appeal to like if you make sense, then it works. Like
Well,
I
I'm
will,
saying
I'll listen.
you will defer to a man because you know men are smarter.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That's what I mean by subservient. Yeah, you will
Well-
defer to men's logic.
If I think you know better, I will listen.
Where do you fall on misogyny, bud? Thank you for the 10 gold coin jewels, Sebrew. Anyway, where do you fall on misogyny, Espiritu? Is that something else you get thrown in jail for over there?
I've learned over the years with living with my mother that I'm the far more intelligent and rational person as far as things go.
And
So
you're gonna apply that to all women, I assume. Hopefully,
Yes,
good.
because
Just
I saw my mother's friends and they were all just as stupid.
I assume you mean her female friends. Although I guess
Her
her
female
male
friends,
friends as
yeah.
well, because they apparently try to murder her. So maybe your mom's just really bad at picking good friends.
Yes, she is.
Well, was.
Yeah.
Yeah, still working on the tenses and whatnot.
Even I mix it up still.
How long ago did she pass, if I may ask?
2 years.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, because you were telling the story about the guy attacking your mom when you were a little kid, so I assume she'd been dead for a while now, so like years and years.
No, only 2. That's why
Gotcha.
everything's like changing around. I'm getting all security upgraded. I'm like, if people want to, come put me in a wood chipper, maybe I can get some security.
How much online hate do you actually get? I mean, obviously you've got a fucking sizable channel. How often do you get those sort of like I don't hate DMs or
If I don't get a
that?
threat on my life once a day, I'll be surprised.
That fucking often?
Once a day?
Yeah, at least once a day.
What do you do? Like to get this reaction out, folks? I've watched your content. It's pretty fucking benign.
Yeah, I mean, like your stuff is
I mean,
so tame.
I've posted incest memes and gotten like thousands of threats.
I'm so fucking confused by this. Like they're fucking memes. I've gotten a few death threats and whatnot, and don't get me wrong, I find them to be absolutely hilarious. Because again, America, guns. I'm not worried about anything. But that being said, like, I don't know. It's just not something that happens super often. I've been called awful. Racist, misogynist, things like that. I was like, yeah, thanks. You're correct. But like the death threats are very rare.
I haven't had one yet, thankfully.
You haven't had a death threat yet?
No, not yet.
Yo, someone in chat, send this bitch a death threat. She need to be part of the club. When did that start? Like, was there a catalyst for it?
I don't know. It kind of all blurs to me. I think some of the first ones was when I was covering like Overlord and stuff, and someone was like, "Oh, come to America and come meet me in a park," and I was like, and then they were like, "I want to do these things." I was like, "Okay, cool story."
Well, so you bring up you were covering Overlord. Yeah, what caused the switch? Because at least from what I could tell, you initially started off doing like reviews and typical anime coverage. Was there something that actually like caused the switch to going into the more culture war stuff that you find yourself in now?
I think it's a mixture of things. One, I got really fed up with the bad translations and certain content creators, especially some large anime content creators, forcing politics into their stuff, and I just kind of got fed up with it. But also the fact that I just kind of was just making content where I just wanted to talk about stuff that I wanted to, because the algorithm completely broke for me. And so when I contacted YouTube, I was like, "Oh, am I shadow banned?" They're like, "We don't know what that word means."
Well, first of all, that's a lie. They absolutely fucking know what being shadow banned is. But no, so was this like? I know I've been doing like culture war oriented stuff since I started about 3 years ago, because I was just was Gamergate a big deal down there? Like, if you guys are familiar with it back 2014?
I know about it, but it wasn't like a big thing in Australia. But I knew a lot about it because of social media.
I've been following culture war stuff since then, since the original Gamergate in 2014. So when I finally started a channel in late 2022, early 2023, like that was what I was covering from the jump. So I don't know. I never really had this transition from, hey, let's just talk about normal shit. Oh, I'm really fed up. Time to go on this crusade now.
I mean, I did used to cover some hot topics when I first started YouTube, and then I kind of started doing like some of the speculative seasonal stuff. And then that was back when I was really sick and I just didn't have the energy to do a lot of like anime reviews. So I did a lot of new stuff for a bunch of years. And then I just kind of cultivated a very like, the covert weebs were the ones that mainly subscribed to me, and it killed my algorithm. So I was like, "Oh, I'll make a second channel." So I have a whole second channel.
Yeah, you were talking about that in your first video, that you were going to start using this one mostly for live streaming and doing most of your videos on that one. What's the reason for that?
The algorithm. I get better views on a smaller channel than I do on the bigger channel.
Huh?
Really?
Yep.
I heard like even
feature they've got as well, because what I can do is I can collaborate with myself. So I upload on the second channel, I go to it and I say, I want to collaborate with Espiritu, the main channel. And so it just puts it on both channels.
That's
so then what I do, brilliant. And I told this to my audience, I said, if you don't want politics, go to the second channel, unsubscribe from the first channel. If you want the politics as well, subscribe to the main channel. Because I'm like, if you don't want to touch it, I'm going to put no politics on the other channel, just so you don't have to.
So are you going to be diving more into just like politics outside of cultural stuff, outside of anime and whatnot, and just going like what your thoughts on Australia as a whole, or what's your like trajectory in that regard?
Talked about like I made an old video, it's like a couple of months ago, where I basically talked about how I was going to jail. And then the next day I just like busted through the door and I'm like, I broke out of jail.
Oh my gosh.
And all my friends in real life were like messaging me going, "Oh yeah, that was funny, by the way. We're going to call the cops on you now."
Well, goodness.
You started your Torch video with that bit opening doors like, yo, it's been a while. And I was like, yeah, he has been just, doing a lot of streams. And so, yeah, I just didn't know if there was I didn't think the algorithm had to do with it. I just assumed it was because like, it's always been my experience that it's insanely difficult to grow just from streams. Like the idea is you make videos, that way you find, people find those videos, and the hope is they come to, to watch while you're streaming. Like all 243 lovely of you individuals across platforms are doing right now. Shout out, thank you. 120 on YouTube. I don't know how many on Kick, but several. But yeah, no, all in all, like that's should be the goal, but I don't know, when you do live streams, at least news oriented ones, news is dead by the next day because there's always another thing happening. So, it doesn't seem to pick up traction.
Yeah, when I was doing a lot of news, like actual anime news stuff, reviews on the main channel, I'd barely get above like 600 views.
Oh wow!
even with my channel size. And then I do all the anime reviews all on the other channel. I get over at least just over 1,000. And I have like 150 sub size.
Wow.
That's insane to me. Because like, I don't know, I know YouTube ebbs and flows. I'll go through periods where I'll get thousands of views, and I'll go through some where videos are in the hundreds. And like, I know the algorithm ebbs and flows, but I can't ever seem to put a like once I feel like I've got it figured out, it seems like they change something or something gets altered. That's why I was back to AI being a tool. I run all my title ideas and just subject ideas through AI. I'd be like, hey, you know, what's this look like, you know, algorithmically, and it'll tell me, you know, give me a rating like, oh, this is like an 8.8 out of 10 on a scale, and it's like, all right, well, that's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and talk about this.
So I chase the algorithm probably more on the main channel now, where I do the streams, because the streams are actually doing a lot better as time goes on. So I feel like I'm getting because what I want is I want people to unsub. I actually want people to leave the channel that don't want that anymore, because it's fixing the algorithm a little bit over time. So then as I do more of like horror topics, yeah. Like if I could tell YouTube to unsub 10K people from my channel, I'd do it. I'd pay them if I could, because it actually helps. Because all that dead weight just holds it down. So I've been hoping and seeing my unsubs, and every time I see unsubs, I'm like, good, just go. And then I focus more on the political stuff, the cultural stuff on the main channel, which does better. And then all the sort of passion stuff I do on the second channel. So I don't care if the second channel does good or bad. I just do all the passion stuff there.
So when you're moving to the politics to this channel right here, which by the way, what is that? Okay, well that account might have to be banned. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I think I know that account. Anyway, so moving to the hard politics stuff, are you going to be doing like, you know, news articles over, hey, this is what's happening with immigration, or are you still keeping it in the realm of like the pop culture sort of stuff?
As far as like anime, gaming, particularly more anime stuff, like cultural stuff and all that, I'll do on the streaming side of things. I do still want to talk about some anime reviews and stuff, like topical stuff on the streams, but I'll also do like, I mean, I reacted to Shaun Ahead's thing just for a bit of fun, because I was like, hey, I'm an incel because I have no girlfriend. So it's like, we'll do that for a bit of fun, but I'll focus a lot on the anime stuff and all the cultural stuff that comes with it, with a little bit of gaming. But if something goes on in Australia, I'll talk about that, because I do have some loyal Australian viewers.
Gotcha. Now,
and people are generally curious about Australia as well, because I don't think there's a lot of like proper coverage of Australia from an Australian's perspective.
There is, unless something big happens, at least, in which I think there should be. There aren't many content creators besides myself that I know of that cover a lot of the crazy shit that happens in Australia. But again, you guys, at the end of the day, I mean, you're more Western oriented than a lot of Europe.
Technically, Australia is one of America's greatest allies.
And
we are classified as that, because there is also apparently a treaty where I could get American shit based on a treaty. Because apparently a war we did together. Yeah, someone told me about it. They said I could get a visa card because of a war we both participated in, and one of the presidents was like, oh, an actual Australian can get a visa as a move over because you're an ally.
Lithium Looks Eterna says Australia purchases a good bit of our equipment too. That one doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know that per se. But yeah, I mean, anytime you've got these big cultural moves that happen in Australia, the UK, I feel like it's incredibly important that us in the US should cover it and take note of it, because again, that's, at least in my opinion, the forecast of what's going to be, you know, attempt to be happening here. So it's very easy for us in America to be like, America only, America number one. And don't get me wrong, in terms of like taking care of our citizens stuff, I agree. We should be looking into these other countries, these other, you know, first world Western countries, to know what's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. No, I was trying to formulate like my thoughts.
Gotcha.
But no, I completely agree. I'm sorry, now I lost my train of thought because I was like, no, you misunderstand. I don't know. I really wish, you know, countries would stop. I really do. But
there we go. I wish countries would stop. Wise words from Cinevere, everybody.
Yeah. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
to be fair, I am as well. War Wizard for a two-banger says, thought the quarter snorters are our greatest ally.
The quarter snorters?
Yeah, Israel, the Jews. And no, they're not our greatest ally. They are they control us completely. Israel controls the U.S. I don't know if they control Australia or not, but I don't know if you know about that or if that's on that.
I don't know how badly I want to go to jail.
I think that's the only answer I need to get your thoughts on that.
For sure.
There is apparently new laws in place due to anti-Semitic laws, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how desperate I want to go to jail now.
That to me, that is such a strange concept. It's like if you can't have your case. I'm trying to keep this light so that you don't go to jail. So I'm trying to think of how to formulate this. But if you're so powerful, you control the world. But by the same token, you're so weak, you need all these laws. I feel like you can't have it both ways. It's got to be one or the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really. France was undisputably our greatest ally for most of American history. That is certainly no longer the case. Well, I also don't know that France was really talented at anything in a post-World War II era. So I know that you can stop a French invasion or the German with a pocket knife. You don't get a visa to the U.S. if you talk about that.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm going to talk about whatever I want, but I don't want to fuck you up being in Australia and not having free speech. So I don't know what the rules are in terms of like being on other people's channels. So I'll probably never see this. I'm a small channel. Fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, so when you were starting to move towards like the more news oriented stuff and whatnot, was there a shift in like other content creators you were following or that you follow and work with or whatnot? That also, because I know there's been a lot of content creators that in the anime space that are shifting to more politics. And I assume it was just in kind of defiance of, you haven't been name dropping, but I will. People like the Anime Man and Trash Taste and whatnot moving to a very obvious left political lean and kind of using
Pop.
that. What?
Bonsai Pop.
Bonsai Pop.
Fuck that dude.
I
Man, he
can't-
makes me
I
mad.
hate Bonsai Pop so goddamn much. But like, yeah, so you had people like Nux, who, he was an anime, PNG tuber back before that was even a fucking term. I've been watching him since the beginning, and he made that shift to hard politics. I know a lot of folks have. And so I didn't know if it was something in a similar vein to you. It's like, yeah, everyone else we've got all these LARPers and tourists and people using anime to basically hijack for politics. Now we need something else to happen, but on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I feel like it is important that we have counter to those extremes on that left that are pushing like censorship and all that kind of stuff. And because Joey used to be very much against censorship and used to be against tourists and grifters and all the rest back when he was much smaller on his main channel. And then he pivoted during the Ad Apocalypse. He went because he used to do visual novels and all that. I used to watch his If My Heart Had Wings visual novel. And then he suddenly pivoted towards like Japanese culture. And I think he still kind of does that, but now he's using his second channel to do more of the pop culture, political kind of stuff. And I think a lot of that's because his main channel isn't getting the views like it used to. And I sometimes wonder if a channel gets too big, you sometimes end up getting dead weight. I've just noticed there's a lot of big channels that just they aren't able to get the push anymore. And the smaller channels seem to be able to do better because their audience is much more concentrated.
Well, see, my theory, because I have a different theory than that one. And to be fair, you could be entirely correct. But my theory is that a lot of these really large YouTubers, not just in the anime space, but that covered any sort of, pop culture, Marvel movies, video games, whatever it may be, started getting, these sponsorships and these brand deals and whatnot. But, one of the caveats was you either can't talk about XYZ or you have to talk about XYZ. You're a brand risk if you say something. For example, you're a brand risk if you wear a MAGA hat, things like that. So even if they don't have these ideals, they're going to pretend like they do to curry favor with the YouTube algorithm. Because remember, there's a time when YouTube was so censorious. If you said that COVID was a lab leak, they would kick you off the platform. And I think that now that's going away, and a lot of these channels have been basically participating in this delusion for so long that they, like when you tell yourself a lie so much, you start to believe it. I think that's what's happening to a lot of these folks. Is it's like they've been stuck in this post 2020 COVID delusion for so long that now they're so caught up in their own lie they don't realize that the public sentiment for all the normal people has shifted away from that.
I think some people have gotten a little bit probably fed up of their stuff, especially when you've been around long enough. And if you're doing that sudden pivot just to appease to certain corporations, people kind of catch on. They feel the soullessness. I do feel like people like Giggit, Joey, Connor, Mother's Basement, all those types, they're very corporatized. and they're very sanitized to say the correct political opinion based on what the corporations want. And so I think a lot of people just don't like that sanitized soullessness nature to it. So they want to go to someone that's a little bit more, sure, they might be rough around the edges, but at least you know you're getting an authentic opinion.
Right. Well, I mean, authenticity is the currency of the internet nowadays. Because I mean, like, there's a reason we moved away from, you know, like late night talk shows and whatnot, where the questions are always very curated and you know, easy to answer. Now you got people who just say wild shit on a live stream. People get canceled or kicked out of the platform for it. It gives rise to people like Nick Fuentes, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got people just like, you know what? Yeah, I just want to watch somebody who's going to say some ridiculous shit.
So then, is that a real rise in authenticity, or are you just looking for somebody to say some wild shit?
Well, if the person saying the wild shit is authentic about what they believe, then yeah, I mean, you've seen me say some absolute wild shit. You don't doubt me for a moment, I assume.
Maybe.
Now, whereas someone like Nick Fuentes, I do think is a Fed. Absolutely, I think that he's 100% the actual definition of a grifter. You know, like a snake oil salesman.
Right.
That was one thing you said in your video. Actually, the tourist one, when you were referencing a grifter one, it was a very difficult word to pin down. It has a bunch of different meanings. That's something I disagree with you on, because my thought is like, no, they're snake oil salesmen just saying shit to get money, whether it's true or not. I don't think that's a very difficult at all.
I think for people like me and you, is a very defined singular definition behind it. But I feel like a lot of people try to have like different variations to it, to how they value what a tourist or a grifter is. That's why I say like there's different ways of seeing it. It's more of a feelsy thing, because for us, we see it as a define. You behave like this, we see you as a grifter or as a tourist. For some people, they kind of like try to blur the line. They go, oh, well, if they've watched this amount of anime, then they're not a grifter. And it's like, or a tourist. And it's like,
It really does depend on how you act or react to the Japanese in general. Like, if you're not willing to accept all their quirks, then yeah, you're basically a tourist.
I know. The best thing you said in your tourist video, because it's the one that it's the truest to me, was High School DxD. You come for the titties and you stay for the plot. That's what happened to me. Like, my buddy was all like, yo, you gotta watch High School DxD. Check out these anime titties. And I was like, yeah, the anime titties are nice. Fuck, this story is actually getting good. And now I fucking love High School DxD. So
apparently I need to watch it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't, but I have to AFK for like 1 second. I have to go to the bathroom.
All right, yep, you do what you gotta do, and I will just.
You know what's funny? Because on her stream, she's got a sound effect that comes from High School DxD.
Does she really?
Yeah, it's the I think High School DxD.
Oh, my, you're right. That is. I fucking forgot that was from High School DxD. I was saying, because you said sound, I was like, she doesn't do the boost thing. Although that would be a good High School DxD has some great fight scenes. Well, it's also got like there's a strange amount of heart to High School DxD once you get into the second season. Like it's very obviously still just like a very smutty anime. But you kind of like feel for, obviously homeboy cares about these gals, even if he's always trying to get some pussy and whatnot. And it's like he cares about the war that's going on between the demons and heaven and everything. I was like, I don't know, I like it. I believe in his quest. I thought
there's some good stuff in there, especially like all the trauma from his like that fallen angel chick, and it goes through all of that. I like that. I like the fact that it's got those moments where it's like all fan service, and it's like, oh, I gained my powers through seeing Riaz's juggalogs, and then there's like those heart moments where he's going through some trauma and he feels down in the dumps, and Akuno's like, oh yeah, I'll help you through it. Now will you sleep with me?
I watched it in front of my grandmother, and at first I was very, very uncomfortable, and then I thought, fuck it, she's either going to like this or she's going to be quiet, and she never said anything negative, so...
My mother found my mangas on High School DxD and she read them.
Well, what did she think?
She looked at them and said, that's some good shit. That was her exact words. She was just sifting through it. She's like, that's some good shit.
I mean, look, it was that or drugs, and I'm glad it's that. Like, that should always be the mentality. It's like, dude, you can spend all your money on smutty manga or on apparently meth.
I think that's the way she sees it. She's just like, all right, you're not out doing drugs and whatever. No, you're looking at some titties. All right, you know what? That's fine.
Well, also, isn't it good if you catch yourself? Like, I've always had this mentality. If your son's looking at titties, that's an objectively good thing because it means he's not gay.
Exactly.
You can't be mad about your son looking at titties.
I see it as a win-win.
Ha, win-win because there's two. Based mom, based based mom. What? Yeah, chat's loving this. You got any more mom stories? Chat's loving stories about your mom.
Oh, there's so many of them. Weird ones, crazy ones. I mean, she bought my Camilla figure, which is just over here, which is a very big titty one.
And she's like, "Oh, big titties, my son would love it." Like,
so it's the purple one.
Let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. Oh yeah, you can see titties on that from here.
Oh yeah, they're massive.
And so again, what was her mentality? Is like, oh, big titties, my son will like it, or did she know that was an anime that you were actually into?
Oh, she saw me buy it, and she's like, "I'll give you the money for it. Have it for your birthday." I was like, "Sweet."
Oh, nice. High school DxD was the first anime that got me into anime. You started in a weird place, but I respect it.
I dig it.
I don't know, man. Welcome back, Cindy. We're talking about how great anime titties are. I don't know how much of that you were able to hear or not.
No, I didn't hear any of it, but I agree. I love anime titties. Yes.
And this is why she's a good one, folks. What was I gonna say? Fuck, I actually had a point I wanted to make. Oh, you were talking about doing gaming streams on this on your main channel as well and whatnot. See, and that's I didn't realize that you were a gamer because you didn't I haven't seen a whole lot of gaming content from you. You're somebody that covers a lot of gaming shit. So what is it you typically plan on streaming? Like, are you talking game playthroughs of new upcoming stuff? Are you doing indie things? Do you have any ideas what you're doing with that?
Generally speaking, I'll probably talk more about games. I might occasionally play some games depending on like if there's some interest in something like that I'm playing. But it will generally just be going over different gaming topics, whether it's cultural or not.
Gosh, have you been a gamer your whole life, or is it? Oh, really?
My first console was the Nintendo 64.
Oh, you were one of those fucking kids.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
First game was Zelda, Ocarina of Time. So now you understand why I was so nostalgic about it when I was in your chat.
So what is your favorite Zelda game? Is it Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
See,
there's actually stories. Now I can tell you another mother story.
Lay it on me.
For the first part of the game, she used to read all of it to me because I'm dyslexic.
Aww.
So I couldn't read it.
I feel you.
So she would read the story to me. And then there was one day she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm done reading. You can either play a different game or you just keep playing and I'm not reading it." I was like, I'll stop playing it on my own. And then as time got on, I slowly got better at reading and I tried to like force myself to read it.
And then you accidentally hit yes on Kborge Boris,
Yep.
fucking repeat all the time.
Yep.
And that'll help you get real good.
I swear to God, that was the first time I ever felt rage as a child. It was the first time I understood what that emotion felt like.
See, I love Ocarina. I mean, first of all, Zelda is probably my third favorite franchise of all time. It's Resident Evil, Sonic, then Zelda. But I guess this is an unpopular opinion. I think Twilight Princess does everything Ocarina does, but does it slightly better. To me, Twilight Princess is just the better Ocarina. As much as I love Ocarina, I'm a Twilight Princess guy.
I never got the console for it, but my friend did, and he sucked at the game, so he always had me over his place to play the game.
Gamer rage story for me, actually, now that you say that. It reminded me of this fucking just tragic event. So I'm a divorced child. Two different, so I would go visit, like my dad on the weekends and stuff. Now, my little brother, he had a different dad than me. And so I was at the Sky Temple, which is like the second or third to last dungeon in the entirety of Twilight Princess. And I had just gotten into the Sky Temple and I had to go visit my dad for the weekend. So I come back at the end of the weekend and my brother had been fucking around on my Twilight Princess game. And I had no idea what puzzles he had done, where to go. And I must have sat in the Sky Temple for like 2 weeks trying to figure out what the fuck am I supposed to do. I have no idea what these new items are. The whole I ended up having to restart the entire fucking game from scratch just because he fucked around in the dungeon so much that I had no idea. Like I didn't know the map or anything.
Wow.
Oh, it was a game of rage moment. I had never had to restart a game from scratch before like that.
That's crazy.
I love Zelda and Zelda 2. Zelozy, you love Zelda 2. Get the fuck out of here. I love Zelda. I love the first one. I beat the first one many times. I fucking hate Zelda 2.
I haven't played any of them.
You've
I
never
played
played
all these
I
consoles
played
before.
Minish Cap. I've played Ocarina, and I've watched somebody play Twilight Princess. But yeah. Well, aside from Breath of the Wild and stuff.
Oh, right. I knew you loved Breath of the Wild because I've talked about that because you didn't like Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I do not want them to continue with the Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild formula. I want them to go back to traditional
I agree.
linear.
Was it the story you didn't like or the gameplay? Just out
Me-
of curiosity.
I don't know. I think it might have been a little bit of both. Like the story was kind of boring, and I just, in my opinion, like I could already guess what was going on with
Yeah.
Zelda and how it was going, and I was just kind of like, that lost
It's a
me.
very predictable story.
Yes, and then
Well, it
it's
also
I don't
doesn't fit in with
mind,
the
but-
timeline.
The problem that I had with it was the fact that to get the story, you have to go explore stuff rather than it being like Ocarina of Time where you complete a dungeon, you get story. You start the next dungeon, you get a bit more story. You finish that dungeon, you get more story. It's part of like a linear, you get everything as a piece as you're going through the story. Ocarina of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's all fractured and you got to go explore it and then you got to piece it all together.
I
was
didn't
easier to
mind
just go
that
to
in Breath of the
YouTube.
Wild, mind you, because in Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild it was like okay, you wake up 100 years later, your
Yeah.
memories are fractured. That was
It
interesting.
wasn't too bad doing it the first time. It was just
Yeah.
with Tears of the Kingdom,
But
it felt repetitive.
It was
It really
incredibly
did.
repetitive, and the story wasn't near as good.
Mhm.
'Cause it
And
was just
it's
kind of copying the same kind of foundations of it.
Right.
yes, and then it just, I don't know. I didn't like the new skills that you got. Like, yes, it's fun being able to
Yeah, the skills
catapult a
annoyed me.
Korok, but like it just wasn't the same. It didn't hit for me like it did everybody else. I hated it actually.
No, I do think Ocarina of Time has probably the best soundtrack definitely the best soundtrack of any Zelda game. It's like a top 3 video game soundtrack of all.
I was actually
time.
listening to the soundtrack before stream.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
What's your favorite song?
Funny enough, it's really weird. I like the Forest Temple because I used to
like
hate it as a
the
kid.
like very ethereal, like when you're actually in it, it sounds like it's
Yeah,
haunted. Yeah.
Yeah, but the reason why is because I used to hate it as a kid. I used to hate the temple because I used to not literally shit myself, but literally like get piss scared every time that stupid hand grabbed me. I used to be
It
petrified of that
wasn't the
dungeon.
hand that did it to me, dude. It was the twisting hallway. There was something so unnatural about it as a kid. It
and
threw
then
me
you
off.
see, and then you see the shadow, and then it would grab you in that box gray room. As a kid, it just couldn't handle it. Hated the dungeon and the music with it. I was just like, now as an adult, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's chill.
Well, it's also that was the dungeon I was stuck on the absolute longest. Let me hit the super chat real quick, and I'll explain. I will always remember there was a certain puzzle in that dungeon that got me as a kid. Pipple up with a 5-banger. What I love about anime is just the cool fight scenes, the way the characters look, and of course mecha like Gundams, which I got a figure for my niece. That's awesome. Yeah, great pickup for your niece. Expand your horizons though. Watch some anime that's not action. You will be pleasantly surprised. But yeah, dude.
Start with My Dress Up Darling. I really love that one.
Listen to Cindy. Start My Dress Up Darling.
If you want something Gundam but different, go Full Metal Panic.
Oh,
Full Metal
Fumafu?
Panic's a good one. Bokuruno, I believe is what it's called, is another good mecha one. But no, in Ocarina of Time, it's specifically in the Forest Temple, there's an eye that's encased in ice, like down in the lower levels, and there's one single torch you have to shoot an arrow through, and it melts the ice.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who's beat the game a million times now, I get that, no problem. Very first time encountering that puzzle, I was stuck for ages not knowing how to melt the ice. I never thought, shoot an arrow through the fire. It took me forever to figure that out as a kid. So I will always remember that puzzle, even though it's so simple. But nowadays, I just never ran anything like that in a game before at the time.
I did also like the desert. I call it the Desert Temple. That music was just, I don't know, something so mystical about it.
Well, that's also one of the most unique temples because it's the one where I think the only one I can think of where you have to constantly travel back and forth through time to work out all the different puzzles. I don't think there's a single other temple like that in the game.
Yeah, the first part is kid, and then the rest of it's adult, which I think out of all the temples, yeah, it's the only one that does it, except technically Shadow to a point, only because pre-dungeon you've got to go in the well, but it's not part of the dungeon.
Yeah, you got like race Dompe or whatever to get the hook shot.
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly? Man, now you're making me want to do a fucking playthrough of Ocarina of Time.
Oh, it's the lens.
That's right. Yeah, it's the Lens of Truth, what you need to get into the Gerudo Temple. Yeah, I love the game. I love the series. It is, I think musically it's Koji Kondo's best work. But yeah, what else do you get? What else do you get on besides Zelda?
Fire Emblem. I've got a shit ton of fucking Fire Emblem figures all around me.
Okay, classic or new Fire Emblem? Because I haven't played anything after Awakening because I was not a fan like visually of where it went, where he was going, even though I haven't played him.
There are things I love and hate about the new Fire Emblem games. Like there are some aspects I like about it, but there are some things I'm just like, just annoys me.
Another one of those games that got butchered in localization from right here as well. By
That's
the way,
one of the things that I really hate. It's the butchering. But I like the waifuing. I guess I just like the anime artistic direction, which a lot of old school
yeah.
hate.
Thara and I believe she's an Awakening, right? Or is it? Yeah, she's great. And then I mean, I love Micaiah in Radiant Dawn. I was blanking on the name. I don't know. I'm not usually into like the tiny, petite girls and whatnot, but there's something about Micaiah and Radiant Dawn. I was like, she's just a cute gal. I like her. And that's probably my favorite Fire Emblem game is Radiant Dawn. I think that it just improves on everything that Path of Radiance already did.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
You should play Fire Emblem, Cindy. You should get yourself a Wii emulator and play Radiant Dawn. That's what you should do.
If you can help me find one, I would happily do that. I think the only one I played is Three Houses.
See, I never played Three Houses. That's too new.
I loved Three Houses. Holy shit.
I do like the story for Three Houses, but it depends on what route you played. Which one did you play?
I only played one, and it was the Blue Lions.
Okay.
I love Dimitri.
Runaway Vagabond for a 5-banger says, I want a traditional 2D Zelda on the and on the Nintendo games. I'm tired of the 3D games. Now, when
2D
you say
Zelda and other video and Nintendo games.
Say that again?
It's 2D Zelda and other Nintendo video games.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, yeah, I want traditional 2D Zelda and other Nintendo games. I'm tired of the 3D games. Now, when you say traditional 2D Zelda, now, do you mean like top-down style, like A Link to the Past and things like that? If so, I wouldn't mind that. I think that I don't trust Nintendo to do that nowadays. I don't know what there's something about modern Nintendo that's just not been hitting the same as back in the day. And I don't want maybe it's just because I've grown to hate the company because they're so evil. But I love Three Houses, Crimson Flower. I don't know if you got opinions on that because again I haven't played Three Houses. You're thinking real hard about it.
Yeah. For Three Houses, the routes.
Yeah. Radnad was saying that he played through Crimson Flower.
I don't know what they're called by name. I just call it the Edelgard route.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's it's the chick of the Three Houses.
Yeah.
It's the only one. I think she's the eagle, if I'm correct. Could be wrong. We had the lion, the deer, and I thought she was the eagle. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Crimson Flower is Black Eagle's secret route.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know the game had secret routes. Like I said, I've never played it.
If you talk to certain characters at the right time and you're doing Edelgard's route, you get to do the church route.
Oh, interesting.
Which means instead of joining Edelgard, you go against Edelgard. But you still get everyone except her and her companion.
So should I play this game is the question then? Because
yes.
Do you want to play the new Fire Emblem game coming out? Because that will actually answer the question.
So yes and no. Like, and I will hit that in just a second. Zevin, you are an absolute fucking legend. I don't want to because of Nintendo of America, but if there's like a way to get it properly localized, properly translated, then my answer would change. But real quick, Zevin Cross with a 200 fucking Red Boy. I'm gonna play you a couple of clips. I thought that was from High School of the Dead. Also, Espiritu, Jason Senpai, ×4, Monty Sensei, Chibi Review, and Rev are the GOAT. Leon Cinevere, I'll add you to the GOAT list. You all get anime and know how to separate reality from fiction. Goddamn right we do. You guys are a breath of fresh air. Seven, you were an absolute fucking legend, homie. You did not need to do that. Thank you so much. It is truly appreciated. Speaking of separating reality from fiction, how about some horsecock?
Horse semen's great.
I'm digging horsecock.
Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me say it. Ooh, as I creep more
My favorite stallion I keep in my top drawer kind of goes hard though.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock and eat horse.
I don't know how we're going to ever top horsecock. And addition to horsecock, that also hurts Atreus' ass.
So here's the deal. Life doesn't always want to be your friend. Sometimes it'll feel like life wants to hurt you.
My ass. That was a downer.
But you can't just hide, because nobody likes a quitter.
Your ass don't hurt?
You gotta take chances.
This fire isn't gonna stop me!
They never said it was gonna be fun or easy.
Subscribe to New Black Street. Subscribe to Atreus. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next Saturday.
Dude, Zevin, again, thank you so much, homie. That means the absolute world to me. I appreciate you. Espiritu, do you have any thoughts about being called one of the fucking four horsemen of goat? Four horsemen of goat. I don't know if that came out the way I wanted to. Anyway.
I'm honored. I never really thought I'd ever become that kind of fame.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, when I started, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to post and I just say whatever I feel like.
I feel you on that. That was kind of like my thing too.
I just have a very basic mindset of I'm not anyone special. I'm just a person. I don't ever look at anyone above me or below me. I just see everyone as equal.
I don't look at anybody as above me, but I
Except
definitely
women. Women are below me.
What were you saying? I'm sorry. Go on.
I said except women. They're below me.
Okay, perfect. Yes, absolutely. Now you're speaking my language.
Remember what I said to you last time? I hate all women except my potential wife.
Aw.
And I agree with that. I'll add Sydney to the list of women I don't hate, just because, frankly, I couldn't actually do this whole thing without her. She kind of keeps the show running behind the scenes. But aside from Sydney and my potential wife, shout out Sevi. Yeah, no, all women suck. I hate them all. Raza, you're cool. You're in chat, Raza. I like you. But again, it's because you're a good housewife to your husband and you know your place. So there's a couple of good ones out there. Just they're very, very few and far between. John Fogg says simp.
Well, I mean,
also,
you should simp for your girlfriend, yes.
I mean, I think you're just trying to get me to play this very obvious clickbait here. I don't know if clickbait's the right word, but you know what I mean. It's the only time simping's okay is if it's for your wife. You can simp for your wife.
If you're cheating. If you're cheating, it's okay.
Yeah, hurry here first. Hypnotic says the woman I hate the most is Leon. I guess it would be a good time to let you all know that, yes, we are doing the Counter-Strike playthrough tonight. Me and Hypno and several other content creators, including New Black Street, are doing Counter-Strike, and it will be my first time playing Counter-Strike. And
Get fucked.
yeah. Leon, I think you should talk in the heart while I still be here. That's a super level of masochism. You know what? You're right. Play the clip you sent me. Oh dear. What did you send me, Hypno?
Oh, good heaven. I'm excited. Now
I'm very nervous. Hold on.
we are holding on.
What clip? I don't see, unless he sent it to me on Discord. No. Hypno, I don't see a clip that
You said I sent it earlier with Counter-Strike.
I sent it earlier. I'm not seeing it in the DM unless it's in the. Let me check this. Let me check this chat. I'm searching for it, homie. If you want to send it to me again, like directly on.
In chat, sir, not directly to you.
Yeah, I'm looking through the chat right now. I see your thumbnail for the stream tonight. Oh, this one. Yeah, okay. Okay, here's what we'll do. How do I pull this up without showing DMs though?
Could you download it and then add it to the media?
Well, I think I can do it like. Here we go. Okay, I can do it like this because our chat is protected now. Okay, cool. Right here.
There's no sound.
There's no sound. I guess. Why is there no sound? I'm trying, Hypno. I'm trying because I'm curious about this clip as well. You'll have to bear with me here. You know, you wouldn't know that I'm a fucking professional streamer right now.
He said, "I'll fix it. Don't worry."
He'll fix it. He'll fix
Yeah,
what?
I don't know.
Well, will you hit that while I look, Cindy? And
Sure.
then play a clip for him.
We got 5 from War Wizard saying, "Come by tonight and get Watch Leon and New Blackstreet Grunt and Plug get destroyed by Hypno on Counter Strike at 9 p.m. EST." And then let me. You want a clip for that?
Yeah, it's a 5-banger. So yeah, play him a clip if you'd be so kind.
You know what? I haven't seen this one in a while.
Little pig, whack me in.
You're right. We hadn't seen that one in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Hypno, when you send it to me or when you get fixed, let me know because I'm curious about the clip as well. But I can't share my screen without sharing our DMs, and I know that is a YouTube faux pas.
You can't download it? That's really weird.
Yeah, it's not giving me a download option. I guess I could quickly throw it in a no, because I can't even copy the link to it.
How strange.
Yeah, it's just giving me a playback
He
speed
sent
option.
it via Discord, he said.
Ah, perfect. Okay, well that I can work with.
He said, "I don't know if that will work." It
Nope,
should.
that'll definitely work. Let me make sure it's got sound.
Yes.
Oh, I can already see where this is going. Well,
Hey, Sevy.
and here we go. Let me share my Discord window because there's nothing in Discord that I'm worried about being seen.
Okay, now there's no sound. Leon, there's no sound.
Now there is.
Yeah, we only heard the oh.
Yeah, I think that's all the sound there is to it.
Huh, okay. Holy shit. The no audio is you, he said. He made it for marathon players. Holy shit.
Are you guys hearing Hypno when he's talking? What the fuck? Why?
You might have to share the screen.
That's what I thought I was doing. All right, well.
Oh, wait, did you hit the audio tab? Because we're hearing the O from your speakers, I think.
Oh, god damn it. All right, I'll figure this out. I'm
Great clip.
Point is,
I'm never play that good.
I'm now terrified of playing this game against Hypno.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, how do I do it like this? Audio now?
There we go. Now we got audio. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Oh.
Are you playing with mouse and keyboard, Hypno?
Yes, he is.
Who else? Come on, bro. Let's go, man. That's why when they're like, hey, man, you don't want to play Marathon because you suck at FPS. How about you suck my fucking dick?
Oh shit.
And that is what I have to look forward to tonight. Having never played Counter-Strike before.
My condolences.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucked hard.
Thank you.
You are now the bottom bitch.
Are you a Counter-Strike player, Espiritu?
once, and I got beaten like that.
Awesome. Damn, Leon, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike is always better with keyboard and mouse. To be fair, I'll be playing it with keyboard and mouse. It's like here's my issue is that Sevi says so nothing has changed. Yes, Sevi's gonna be playing. I know she's gonna fucking felt me because I found out this weekend she's better at video games than me. So that's awesome. I have trouble moving and shooting at the same time because I'm so used to Resident Evil where you can't move and shoot. You have to stop and then shoot, like in Resident Evil 4 and 5 and whatnot. And so anytime I play, shooter games, I just instinctively stop to shoot because that's how Resident Evil is. And this is a game where it looks like I'm gonna have to keep moving. He's always been Leon. You're going to get hit by the chancla. The fuck does that even mean?
You're gonna get hit by the flip flop. You're gonna get smacked.
The fuck's a chancla?
It's a flip flop. It's like a
damn flip flop.
Because
I have no idea what that is.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm Australian.
Yeah.
Is that
well,
an
it's
excuse?
a Mexican thing.
Oh well, no wonder I don't know about it then. It's fucking. Who cares about Mexican shit? This is America. Use on Vons. Leon's getting roasted. It's a sandal Leon. It's a Spanish word.
We call them thongs.
Thongs?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like
no,
women's underwear?
Flip flop. No, you know how it looks like a thong from like your toes?
Oh, something about toe thongs is even worse.
Yeah, but that's what they call it.
So yes, guys, at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern, I will let the feltoning commence. What?
Oh man, it made me think of that clip you had where you said, I will come anywhere you want me to, and now it's all over your backside.
All right, we'll play the clip. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside, run! I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
By the way, the Chris, all the gunshot, taking out the dudes in that clip, that was me playing. That was Cinny's gameplay. You were all sitting there doing the healing and shit. Because I can play shooter games, just not FPS ones. I'm a third-person shooter guy. It's going to be so rough. This is going to be so rough. Cinny just crashed Leon's plane with no survivors. Well, if I die tonight, it was nice meeting you, Espiritu.
Nice meeting you too.
The chat has just turned into let's just destroy Leon. So I appreciate all y'all. You mean the absolute world to me. It'll be if I'm gonna be getting felt like this, y'all better be watching on my gaming channel. If you got any mods, if any of my mods are here, please do me a solid, throw a link to my gaming channel in the chat. Because you're gonna want to see how absolutely wrecked I get. War Wizard for a 2-banger. Leon dates Latina, doesn't know what a chancla is. I feel like I have heard Sevi say that word now that I think about it.
Okay. Nagy.
I don't know, you're a Jim. He just threw the gaming channel link in there. I mean, that's the world to me. I appreciate you, Nagy. They expect one of us in the wreckage, They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. What does that mean? He says Cinny. Have you said that?
I don't recall ever saying that, but I could have. I don't really use the word brother very often.
I don't think so either. That's why I was confused. Michael Vargas says, nope, I'm going to see Hypno. Yeah, people want to see good gameplay. Leon doesn't even try Spanish. I had Sevi read Cinco de Mayo on stream last night, like a super chat that said Cinco de Mayo because it was Spanish and she's Latina. I was like, hey, read these words for me. She's like, Cinco de Mayo or whatever the fuck. Like,
hey, I intentionally screw it up. Like, I'll go to a restaurant and I'll be like, could I have a chicken fajita, please? And they're I love the looks on the servers' faces every single time.
To be fair, I feel like we should say fillets instead of fillets, though, because, like, fillets is a French word, and the French are fucking fags. So say fillets, because that's the American way. Will you get sent to jail if I say fags, Espiritu?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Shy Link here as well.
Yeah,
you can,
I got
Master Bino, but I don't do the gaming streams to Kick because I don't multi-stream from OBS. it fucks with the timing and whatnot. So it would gaming stream is really only for YouTube.
Huh.
I often use Amigo or Amiga. Sure. I don't know. Do you speak any other fucking languages? Because I tried to learn Japanese for a couple of years, and I was decently conversational. But if you don't use it, you lose it.
I know how to ask to go to the toilet.
At least that's smart. In what language? In Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay.
Because that was the
that's
only
smart.
way I was allowed to go to the toilet as a kid.
Was to say it in Japanese?
Yeah.
Why? Who did you have to ask this to in Japanese?
Teacher.
What the fuck?
So your Australian teacher made you ask to go to the bathroom in Japanese?
Yeah. But it was for Japanese class.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit different. Okay, so you were also taking Japanese. I was just sitting there
Yeah.
thinking, like, I in my head, I had like, little elementary school Espiritu, and they're all like, yeah, no, we need to teach the kids this phrase in Japanese to go to the bathroom, like to teach them discipline or something.
Yeah, it was. We were only allowed to do it like in Japanese class. We had to say in Japanese to be able to go to the toilet. So I had to learn it, and I was just like, that's the only thing that ever really stuck with me, other than like a couple of numbers.
Yeah, I can do the numbers. I still had those memorized super easy. Counting
I also
in Japanese
I
is
do also
very
know
easy.
titles like sensei, shihan, which means teacher of teachers, or like grandmaster kind of thing. That's only because karate, I have to learn all the proper titles. I also cannot say all the katas because they all have Japanese words behind them, and I cannot say them to save myself. But I'm meant to learn them.
How long have you been doing karate? Because you said it was not too long after your mom died, right? So it's been about 2 years. What sort of belt are you?
I am our belt rank is a little bit different just because the dojo I go to does, and I know someone asked in chat, I do traditional and freestyle because we do like modern combat for things like knife training and weapons training, like, just in case a Muslim comes after me with a machete. Don't know why I would want to learn combat training, hand-to-hand weapons, but so we have traditional and then also modern. But we have no rank, white belt, green belt, blue belt, brown belt with a black stripe, and then black belt, and then you've got all your dans. And in between each belt rank, you get 2 different tips, except brown belt with a black stripe, which doesn't have one, and the black belt doesn't.
And which one are you?
I'm blue belt.
You're blue belt. Okay, you never
I'm
like
the guy
that
in
one
the
you said?
middle. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So how often do you like? Is it like a religious thing? Like you go to class like, hey, every Tuesday at 7, or is it like what's your regiment like?
Every Tuesday.
I just fucking threw out a day of the week. I had no idea. But no, that's awesome. I have no like formal. Well, I shouldn't say no formal training because I was a cop for a very short period of time, and so obviously in the police academy they teach you like basic judo and stuff like that for takedowns. So yeah, like basic mixed martial arts. So I can do that, but there's obviously I don't know that you consider that like formal training.
I do know, like, because I train with some cops and military person, they do like that kind of stuff. So I think with even like police people, they learn some of the basics of like karate type movements because we do traditional and modern. There's a lot of stuff that's like what cops would use in situations that we also learn how to use as well, even military kind of moves as well. Because my teacher does teach.
Is your teacher
military.
Japanese, or is he just studied karate and is he Australian?
He's Australian. He does go to Japan quite frequently. He also does Filipinos stick combat as well. Like he does other classes and stuff. So he goes to the Philippines all the time. But I don't know if his teacher is Japanese. He's old looking, so I don't know. Old people sometimes look Japanese.
That being said, guys, go for it. What was that, Cindy?
I said because they're more squinty.
Yeah, exactly. But with that, we have hit the 2-hour mark. I've been awake for the last 36 hours. Mine's about a 2-hour nap, so I need to get a little bit of sleep before tonight's gaming stream before I just get absolutely fucking felted. So we are going to bounce the fuck out of here. Espiritu, it was awesome having you on. Tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got coming up. Mods. Oh, yeah, already did it. Yeah, make sure if you're not subbed to my boy. But apparently only sub if you're actually going to watch his stuff because he's trying to lose subs right now. So, yeah, plug yourself, homie.
Professional shit poster. Boob enthusiast.
Sub to the boob enthusiast, boys.
Hell yeah.
Cindy, you know the drill. Tell everybody what you're doing tonight.
Let's see. I will be streaming with BMO tonight. We're playing Baldur's Gate 3, and then I will be back on Thursday on my own stream at 11:50 p.m. CST. So come hang out, guys. I am looking forward to seeing y'all.
As for me, you guys know the drill. Videos and streams every day. If you missed me in Sevi's stream last night, I have a 30-minute clip of her and I talking about the Tim Kaine saying dumb shit situation about streamers being, the bad kind of video game reviewers. He was fucking retarded. So check that out if you missed yesterday's stream. And video streams every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a more traditional episode of the Lunch Hour, where it'll just be me because I know that Cindy is not going to be up and around. And with that being said, make sure to sub to everybody on this lovely panel. Thank you so much for the donos, guys. It means the absolute world to me. And we have got a massive surprise coming for you guys on Friday. So until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.